So it's a beginner stage for me. Um, I'm doing this with them. That is really daring. Let's see how it goes. Judah, you want to say you have to stay here. No touch, okay? You want to stay here? Yeah. Look, Izzy's writing. Do you want to write something too? So, I'm going to try to do this. Let's see how it goes. So, the first thing about homeschooling is your why, and that is so important for me because there's just so wide, like if you go out there you start searching, you will literally be sweating blood because there's so many ways that people want to do this. So defining why you are doing this will help. Defining why you are doing this will help. And for us, our why is just because we believe we are the main trainers of our children, number one, and we want to be as involved as possible in training them. And so if I put my child in a traditional school, do you want to go take that?
Stop.
Hmm?
Wait.
Go bring that. That we are the main trainers of our children. We are the ones who are supposed to raise them. So in order to be as involved as possible, you are going to be that mom. We feel like we are going to be that parent where the teachers or the school looks like, and we don't want to put our children through that where people feel like we are a nuisance or we are not letting them do what they have to do. Um, so that is one of the things that made us to think about why don't we just keep them home, and so and well, to go into details about why we want to be involved, also because of our purpose, we are looking at how we're going to train our children so that they will grow to be to in the direction of going to know the Lord. Our main aim is to make sure that they come to know the Lord. They love people, they love God, and they are going to continue to advance the kingdom of God till they are called into glory. So we are wondering how we can sow our seeds, and that is the main reason. And of course, we also want our children to have a love for learning. And I've been a teacher. I've been a teacher, and definitely the teaching or the system I was in, and even though we are in the Western world now, we feel like things are better than where we were, but it's still the same. It's more about what to do than helping the children to cultivate that love for learning, because we can't teach our children everything, but if they have that discipline, the love for learning, the qualities, those qualities, anywhere you place them, they will be able to rise up and rise up to the occasion that they've been called to. So
Teacher?
That's one thing too. Because we want to teach our children the love for learning, we realize that the traditional school system will not equip them with that. We don't want them to just follow things. We want them to be critical thinkers. Those values that I normally talk about here, and we will talk about that into details. So the first thing is for you as a parent to determine, you want to come in? So the first thing for you as a parent is to determine your love, not your love for learning, to determine your why, and there's going to be a lot of fears. One of the fears is that, oh, I'm going to mess up my child. Oh, what if I don't pick the best curriculum? I can tell you this, that one of the things that has really, what would be the English word? So one of the things that has really succeed in our lives is making parents feel like they don't know how to raise their children. And even sometimes when I'm sharing things about parenting and all that, I'm so scared that I'm going to make people feel like they don't know anything. Because I want to rather say that I want to encourage you to know that you can do this, That's what I want to do. But most of the time it come across like, so we don't know what to do or what. And that is what our education system has taught us. Of course, we are in this world. People run this world, and
Yeah.
that is their aim, to make us always feel like we need them.
Mommy.
And so it's going to, your fear is that you're going to mess up your children. But remember that when you had your child, they didn't come with any manual. You made some mistakes. You learned. I just woke up, so when I just wake up, you made some mistakes, you learned, the next one was better. It is going to be the same. It is how it's meant to be anyway. So you're going to learn. A lot of us, we are going to learn as we are teaching our children, because nobody, it's new, it's a new thing. So you have to show yourself a lot of grace. So after you realize your why, you have to then go to your state or your country and check out what they think about homeschooling, their rules, their laws. Thanks be to Yahweh. The state I'm in, all their rules favor homeschooling. Their laws are, they are not expecting these children to be doing anything serious until they are 6 years old. That's why we are so chilled here. A lot of people ask, why is your child not in school or doing anything? You know, we don't need that. And to be honest, you don't need your child to be reciting things. I know the learning is, we love it when we see our children, hey, and that's why a lot of us let our children do screen time, because they copy a lot what they see, and we are so excited. My child can say this, my child can say that. It's all good, but that is just a dot of intelligence. That's just a spot. There's so many things that your child will need, or shows intelligence. Like when I was in school, I was supposedly intelligent, but now I'm like, no, I wasn't. There's so many things that I don't know. I'm so dumb. And so
Mommy.
our education system is all about just absorbing stuff and putting it out. And so there's so many skills things lacking here. It's much better than home, because they have a lot of practicals, and they try as much as possible to make them have put it in their home setting, and that's all good. Isabel knows so much, and she's never sat down to do any structural study. She knows her fractions, like I'm cutting stuff in half and all that, but it has never been like I'm teaching her math or whatever. And so this period for us, I know I have gone away from what I'm saying. My brain. That's why I have to always prepare stuff if I want to share on YouTube, because my brain, it just works against me. So what I was saying is that you have to go to your state to realize what they.
Huh?
What happened? The struggle is real. So after you know your state requirements, you know your why, now it's you and your child. You're going to explore what learning looks like to you, what teaching looks like for you. Your child, you learn about them. And for people who were doing traditional schooling, this is the period where they normally call deschooling or unschooling. There's so much terms, but basically they are now learning their child's ways, following their child's way of learning, so that they can design teaching for them. And of course, as you are learning about your child, you are learning about yourself as well. I don't know why I decided to do this. Am I crazy or something? So once you've established everything you need, then you are going to conclude, am I going to buy curriculum? Some people have done all the work for you. You just have to buy the curriculum and see if it aligns with your why, your goals, where you are going. Or you can just be doing that Pinterest mom, go copy, paste, and do all those things. Right now, we're just flowing with just find something nice, copy, paste, and just enjoy. Because we've not started anything structural, anything like traditional schooling. And some people don't go that way at all. Some people just follow like their children, they unschool all their life. Like their why does not include buying a curriculum. So it doesn't include buying a curriculum or sitting down and say I'm teaching my child this. Their own is just freestyle. So you might find that maybe your style is also like that. And I'm going to include some links where you can check your homeschool style and what you want to do. So mine is a mixture because I'm really learning. I realized that I probably grew too fast, so I'm really learning a lot. So I also want to buy and see, oh, maybe my fifth child or fourth child, I'll also go the freestyle. So yeah, for now, that's what I'm doing. And I think I'll end here because this definitely was a mess. Let me see. Judah, Judah, can you not touch it? Hmm? And of course, this is where I am at right now. But I think if you're an experienced teacher, you are doing the traditional kind of learning, you have to be consistent. We are really just free flowing at this point, and it's working for us. I'm learning more about Isabel, and we are focusing more on learning about emotion, respecting each other's feelings, because all this will come into play when it's time for doing that. Sit down, let's read, listen to mommy kind of learning. So I think I want to know her emotions, the things that work her out, the things she's also going to learn about me, my emotions, boundaries. We're all gonna, so this part is really important, and I don't think she'll get that when she goes to a traditional school. It's all about, hey, this is where we are going. And one of the things that I don't like about traditional school is the standardized tests. So everybody has to do one thing. You are all graded by the same thing. We have different learning abilities and disabilities, but we all just have to follow. And it's just not. You want breast?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I would not do this on my health page. I think the reason why I have confidence doing this here is because I'm like, oh, they are moms, they will understand. But if it was on my health page, on my health YouTube channel, I'm going to say, Daddy, come and take these packages and take them to the post, send them over. Anyway, so I think that's all. You have to be really consistent with where you are going, because I realize that even on my journey, sometimes I see these big things and I'm like, oh, I get distracted. I'm a person who get distracted really easily. I also do things in haste and then I regret. So I it's very good that you know your why, so that you see that that's not where I'm going. Like here in America, there's a lot of free things to do, but also there's this thing of signing children up to do a lot of things. So when I go back to my why, I'm like, it doesn't go hand in hand with where we are. Maybe in future we will be signing up to those things, but I can barely clean my home. Look at this place, it's a mess. And that's one thing you're going to learn too when you have your kids at home, especially for you guys who have OCD. Sorry, you have to compromise when it comes to like everything has to be in order all the time. Like you have to let the house go. Just like the way people say mothers let themselves go when they have kids. That thing is just, every time I hear somebody say that, I'm like, just stop saying that to mothers. Like you just change, you just in a new place, and you are, something is now a priority, which is okay. We have been called to do a lot of things. Unfortunately, there's one thing that the world shows, that this is their thing. And because men have abused their power, and there's all this feminism that is rising. Feminism is a good thing, but obviously it has not become this ideology where they are using it for their own agendas and all that. So people believe that the way of the world is what everybody must be doing, but you have to go with God's design. I'm totally going off what I started with, so let me end here. We will talk about this in another video: feminism and God's design. Next video. Bye bye.